All right, good evening and welcome to our Zoom call about the second agreement. This is our book study that I have going on in my personal community. And we are studying the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And so tonight we're talking about this second agreement, which is don't take things personally. Now, right off the bat, that could seem like a really easy thing. Just don't take things personally, right? But this agreement is closely related to the first one, which is be impeccable with your words based upon what you believe. You see, you're going to take things personally if you have certain belief systems that support you taking it personally. For example, if you believe people should see you the way that you see yourself, you're going to take things personally. If you believe that people should act a certain way or do a certain thing, then you're going to take things personally. If you internalize things, when people do or say a thing and you take it in as a personal insult, you're going to take it personally. When you have a people-pleasing type of personality, you're going to take things personally. When you believe that love is action, when people don't show you the appropriate action, you're going to take things personally. You get my point. So this is not just about don't take things personally, but we are also still heavily building upon the first agreement, which is be impeccable with your word based upon what you believe. You have to examine these belief systems because your belief systems are your agreements. It's the personal way you have agreed to see the world. When people lie to you, you believe that lying is wrong and they have no reason to lie. So when they lie, you're going to take it personally. So as we're finding ourselves working through this shadow work, and it is shadow work, it's important to look at your belief systems. I can't say that enough. Your belief systems govern how you see the world, how you judge it, how you internalize. Your belief systems govern your assumptions, your expectations, your thoughts, your feelings, all of it. If you find yourself throughout the day blaming someone or feeling that somebody is wrong and feeling a contraction within your body, you are taking it personally. So you have to take a step back and ask yourself, I love this question. I ask myself it all the time. Is this person doing something wrong, or is it simply something I don't like or don't agree with? You see, your belief systems are for you to live your life, not for others to live their life. Anytime you start imposing your belief systems on other people, you're going to take stuff personally because other people are in their own world, living their own life, having their own experiences, doing the same thing you're doing. They're likely looking at you feeling like you should do something, and they're busy taking things personally. If everybody is internalizing everything, it's no wonder relationships don't work well. It's no wonder, because everybody is in their head trying to control other people. And if I said to you that you have some controlling attitudes about yourself, you might say, no, I don't. But you do. Anytime someone else is doing something else that they see fit and you feel some kind of way. You feel that kind of way because you feel they should be doing something else. And if they were doing something else, you likely wouldn't feel contracted. That's a desire to control outcomes for other people. Your ideals, your belief systems, all of that are what you use to govern your life. Everybody is on their own life path. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. It is not a crime for a person to feel a way that you don't like. It's not a crime for a person to disagree. You got to ask yourself, why am I putting so much energy in somebody else's belief systems and they're happy the way that they are, or at least content? are satisfied, you're creating suffering and dissatisfaction within yourself, and the person likely isn't going to change. Is that worth your time? Is that worth your effort, your attention, and your energy when you could be spending it doing the shadow work, revamping your belief system so you could have a healthier and a happier life? Why is it so hard for you to let people do whatever they feel is necessary, and you do what you feel is necessary? You're free to say yes to what you want to say yes to. You're free to say no what you want to say no to. People are free to say yes and no, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you don't like a particular way a person is moving, you can decide to shift how you move with them. There's no need to sit there in judgment. The judgment isn't helping you. Don't take things personally. Don't take things personally. How are you going to get to this place of not taking things personally? If you're very reactive, okay? If you're very reactive, meaning something happens and you are easily feeling away. Maybe it's something somebody else is doing or saying. Maybe it's traffic. Maybe it's somebody slowing you down. Maybe it's a phone call. As soon as you contract, you're taking things personally. So you can stop yourself and go, okay, I'm taking things personally. How do I feel things should be going right now? Okay, they're not going that way right now. And they're not supposed to go that way, because if they were supposed to go that way, things would be going that way. Now, what is it in this I need to see? What do I need to see? What do I need to evolve within myself? What has this situation or person come to teach me? You see, then you begin living a healthier and a happier life, because instead of sitting in judgment, oh, it's a shame they do that and they do this and they do that, you are contracted and miserable when you think like that. And if you take account how many times you feel like that throughout your days, you can alchemize a lot of that energy and redirect it into creating experiences you actually want to have. A lot of times you are aligned with individuals who do not have the same belief systems that you have. It's time for you to create some more alliances and connections with people who have similar belief systems so you can create more harmony. And then, as for the ones that are in front of you who do not align with your belief systems, you can practice allowance. Allowance is a feminine energy. You allow people to be how they are and who they are, because guess what? It's their business. They could choose the most toxic relationship. Your judgment is not helping them or you. You just make sure you stay out of toxic relationships. How about that? If the person is doing something over and over again to harm themselves, you got to take a step back and respect that this is this person's life path. They need to be doing that, even though I don't like it. So let me breathe and come into allowance, because guess what? When you come into allowance, you come into harmony with universal principles. The universe is allowing them to do it. And you have no control over whether or not they stop. I could see if you have some type of authority over the person, like maybe your children, but even with children, you can't control what they're doing, what they're thinking, and how they're feeling. At a certain point, you have to breathe and allow. And there's a prayer, I think it's called the Serenity Prayer. And it says, help me to change the things that I can change. Help me to, what is it? Accept the things that I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. When you don't take it personally, it's more than ignoring it. It's more than you do you, I do me, because if it was me, it's more than that. It's you have the perfect, legitimate right to make these decisions in your life, to feel how you want to feel. And I honor it. I respect it. And because I honor and respect it, I got to make sure I'm moving in a way that brings me health and happiness while I'm engaging with you. And if you can't come into health and happiness and peace and contentment with the person as they're doing what they're doing, then you got to ask yourself, what movements do I need to adopt in this situation? A lot of times we want other people to change. We exist in a perpetual blaming, shaming. It's a shame because I do that and you don't even, and they still doing this and they go back and you are creating suffering within yourself. Don't take things personally. So again, am I saying just walk around just going, I ain't taking that personally? Understand that the ways that people feel about you are likely ways they feel about themselves and everybody else. Anybody who comes in their life doing anything, they're probably going to judge it the same way because they have a program. It's not personal. You do the same thing. Let's say you feel somebody is selfish because they didn't call you to tell you that they were going to be late. You would call anybody selfish who did that. That person should not take it personally because you have a program that states that you're going to judge things as being selfish and contract and create suffering within yourself. Now, am I saying that we shouldn't care about how other people feel? I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is don't internalize it. You can care, you can be present, you can be kind while not internalizing. A person is mad. You're like, why are you mad? That's internalizing. If you were not internalizing, you would go, this person is mad and they're mad because of how they're thinking. Let me breathe, because even though I did participate in what they're mad about, I'm not making them mad. That's when you're not internalizing. And when you're not internalizing, you are not in a trigger. And when you are not in a trigger, you are able to listen and resolve conflict. Nobody is resolving conflict in a trigger because all of your blood, all of your logic is gone. You are operating in fight or flight, and you cannot be reasonable or logical in a trigger. So when people are in triggers, you don't take it personally. And when you're in a trigger, other people shouldn't take it personally. That's a tough pill to swallow because you're going to want people to take it personally because you want them to change. But this is about having responsibility, taking personal responsibility in a very mature way for the things that we're experiencing. I'll end with this. I love to say this. I only do what I want to do or what I deem is necessary, right? If I don't want to do it, I won't do it. That way, when people act a certain way or turn up or out a certain way or feel a certain way, I can never take it personally because I did it because I wanted to. I did it because I assessed the importance of the situation. I did it for myself. So whatever way they feel, it's up to them. I know why I did it. I cannot take that personally. I suggest you kind of take that mindset in some ways. Assess the situation. Do you want to do it? Is it beneficial for you to do it? Realize you're doing it for yourself. Even though other people may benefit, you're still doing it for yourself. And you can never regret what you do for yourself. An example is I may not want to, let's say, I may not want to wash the dishes. Okay. And I could fuss, my children didn't wash the dishes. I can blame, I can shame, I can create a lot of havoc in my household. Or I can say, I want these dishes washed because I want them washed. That's why I'm washing them. Not, I'm washing these dishes because these children that wash these dishes. And they always, you see, this is two different mindsets. One is taking it personally, one is taking personal responsibility. If I give to someone, I'm giving because I want to. So if they don't say thank you, and if they are operating in a place of not feeling grateful, that is all right because I did it because I wanted to. So then I don't have to blame or shame and take it personally. I hope this is making sense. And so I invite you to our call tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. where we discuss the third agreement. I hope these agreements are helping you. They are definitely helping me to revisit places and themes in my life. My name is Veronica Marie. You can find me at veronicamarie.com. I'm on TikTok, on Instagram, the same name, veronicamarie.com, DOTCOM. You can sign up for one-on-one coaching. I have courses and different offerings that you can catch on my social media and also my websites. Y'all have a beautiful night, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also like the video. All right, y'all. Have a good night.